Hi, my name is Andres. I've been working for IBM since 2016. I started working as a project manager, and in 2019 I accepted a position as a threat monitoring analyst. As of now, I work as a Blue Squad leader. That's the name of my current position. I'm basically a business analyst, and I work as a point of contact between IBM and the security organization at the customer's side. Amongst my responsibilities are to establish and maintain a very strong and robust, intimate situational awareness for the customer on its own organization, and I'm a facilitator of service delivery so that the customer can mature their posture against threat actors. Now, for the purpose of this video, I would like to focus on the threat monitoring analyst position. So as a threat monitoring analyst, you have to have knowledge of tools, cybersecurity frameworks, and the tactics, techniques, and procedures that malicious actors use to try to infiltrate systems. Also, analysts work with what's called a SIEM, Security Incident and Event Management platform. Well, this platform basically ingests data from devices, or let's call them log sources, as we call them in the cybersecurity world, that will contain valuable information about the either traffic or activity occurring on them. So the Security Incident and Event Management platform will ingest that data from those log sources and will trigger an alert if the conditions that are shown on those logs match suspicious activity. So for example, an alert will not be triggered if you as a user from your computer tried to log in into your computer 3 times and failed. This is perfect normal activity from everyday users that will either enter their username incorrectly or their password incorrectly, their password expired, or the language on the keyboard is different, and then a character is being picked up as something else. This is just normal activity. Then we have malicious activity, such as someone with a tool and with a script that is trying to enter a password or 10,000 different passwords in a 2-minute time frame in your computer or in a system. This is an intrusion attempt. Now that we have touched base on some of the concepts of intrusion, I would like to begin with mentioning one of the best log sources there is for intrusion detection. This is a firewall. A firewall is basically an either logical or physical device that will determine if traffic from one device or IP can or can't go through another device or IP or service or web server, you name it. If the firewall administrator or if the firewall was configured to the point that it rejects activity from that IP, there's no way that the IP can go through to the requested service or IP that it's trying to reach. Now, we have FortiGate devices, we have Palo Alto devices. Those are types of firewalls that they will work as a log source and will report to the SIEM that there is an IP that is repeatedly trying to log in or trying to access another system. And there may be, I don't know, 1,000 or 10,000 or sometimes fives of hundreds of thousands of attempts, and they will be denied. Now, us as a cybersecurity analyst, we have to correlate data because maybe one of the firewalls is rejecting that connection, but maybe another firewall hasn't been configured to reject that connection, and the attacker can go through. So we have to correlate that data, and well, maybe this firewall is not reporting a successful entry, but then there's another activity occurring somewhere else that rendered results for the attacker because the firewall permitted that connection on that other firewall. Another type of log source we see quite often is Microsoft Office 365. This is an email application and it has native capabilities of blocking or quarantining some files or emails that come into a user's inbox. For example, there's phishing attempts that are carried pretty much every day against companies, and the phishing attempt basically tries to trick a user into clicking either an attachment or a link and have them either be directed to a malicious site or download a payload, which is what we call when there's a file that contains malicious scripts that will cause the user to be infected with a virus. Let's put it that simple way. Now, other log sources we see quite often are antivirus or next generation antivirus solutions. For the purpose of this video, I'll focus on antivirus. The antivirus basically picks up certain elements from a file, pinpoints them, and compares them to a database of known offender files that have been reported before, and will report this to the CM solution. Now, that's why you need to keep your antivirus solution updated, and that's why they keep asking for updates. Those updates, what they do is they load the antivirus with new databases or new offending files that have been found in the wild. We receive this data on our security incident and event management platform as an offense, and we will analyze if indeed that file seems to be malicious. We will consult open source intelligence across the world on various websites, and we will be able to tell if that file has been reported before. Now, out of what you have learned right now, can you tell the teacher two concepts or key concepts that you believe were mentioned on this video?